Imagine, would they play a video like this for that demographic? Would they play a video showing two of their native people making out, right, male and female making out, and then have a geneticist expert come in to explain that, oh, you want to be careful of inbreeding and that you should be breeding with more exotic partners from around the world to improve your resistance to disease and so on. It is a very sinister, very blatant anti-white agenda that's going on here, anti-European, anti-Western, anti-white agenda going on. Quote, the DNA in this little ball has shown us that us Danes have survived because we have mated with other peoples from the Middle East and West Asia. That has made us more resistant against disease. So if we do not mix with foreign people, then we will die out. So if you want to give your future child the best prospects, then you should pick someone a little more exotic. He's saying here that apparently basically being part of your own community harms your immunity. There's a specific graph which I want to show, which I think is very, very important. It shows something which would, in theory, also go against what the quote-unquote geneticist is saying, which is basically herd immunity.
And what you can see is that measles, up until the 1920s, was a major killer. 120 per million children getting the measles. After 1920, it plummeted dramatically till it approached 0 deaths. Measles was still prevalent, but it was becoming a dramatically milder and milder disease. They will never show you this. Now, the source for this is Thomas McCowan's Modern Rise of Population, if anyone wants to look that up. Now, the question here is, what would have happened if we'd never intervened with vaccination? You can see that vaccines had nothing to do with this.
Right, because there's a little dot here. Immunization began. So it's already collapsed.
By 99.96%. What would have happened? Here's the first scientific question. If we had never intervened with a vaccine.
We live in the era of mass migration now, and this is something that's a very new phenomenon. This mass migration, in many instances, this mass ethnic replacement, right? Surely in a very ethnically homogenous society like England and Wales, which they were at the time, Wales still is, England obviously up until very, very recently, you only got to go back to the 60s to be basically in a complete ethno-state, right? A complete ethno-state. It is like less than 0.1% ethnic minority. Where's the lack of immunity? If part of our argument here is that we need to mate from everybody else around the world, not with our own people, specifically in our countries, mind you, not in anywhere else like Pakistan or whatever. In our countries, right, we can't mate with our own people because that would leave us compromised to disease. Surely we would have seen that. But it seems that we're doing quite well.